Hi, in this video we are going to see about a Java web application project which is entitled as Certificate Authentication System using QR code. Before seeing the execution of the project, let me brief about this project. So we all know that in colleges students will be getting various kinds of certificates like transfer certificate, TC, or bona fide certificate, or course completion certificates. So these certificates will be received by the students for various purposes like for higher education or for going for jobs kinds of thing. So in the higher education or for jobs, they will be verifying the certificate that is issued by the candidate. For that purpose, in the existing, they will be scanning those certificates and sending to the respective colleges to verify whether it is original or duplicate kind of thing. But here we are going to make an automated system where the system will be producing the certificates with the QR code, and for the verification can be done easily through online through the QR code which is provided, and whether we can find whether it is an original or forgery kinds of thing. So now let us see the abstract. So here you can see the abstract which contains about the project certificate authentication system using QR code, which has the traditional paper-based certificates, and we are going to make the web application using Java and MySQL. And here we'll be using options for generating bona fide certificate, transfer certificate, and course completion certificates. And in the existing system, you can see about the details of the existing system which I mentioned, which was done using manual verification, paper-based documentation, kinds of things. And here you can see the disadvantages of the existing system, which contains the time-consuming verification process, prone to human error, security vulnerabilities, limited accessibility, resource-intensive, inefficiency in record keeping, lack of real-time updates, absence of authentication features, limited certificate types, dependency on physical storage, costly and inefficient communication kinds of disadvantages are there for the existing system. To overcome all these, we are proposing a novel method for the certificate authentication system using QR code that is mentioned in the proposed system, where we'll be having three types of entities called admin, student, and verifier. So here you can see the advantage of the proposed system. And then comes the system architecture. So as mentioned, we have three main entities called admin, verifier, and student, where admin has the option of activating the students and adding the college details and approving the certificate requests, and verifier is the person who verifies the QR code based certificates, and student can able to register and request for the certificate, and they can view the status, and they can able to download the certificates. And this is the system architecture, and here comes the modules of the project and the module description of the project. And you can see the system hardware and software requirements, where we have developed the coding using Java, the front-end part using JSP, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and IDE is Apache NetBeans IDE 16, and database we have used MySQL. So now let us see the execution of the project. So first, to open Apache NetBeans IDE 16. So first let me import the project into the NetBeans IDE. So first go to the file menu and click open project. Now go to the source code location, where you can find the source code folder. Inside that you can find the certificate authentication system using QR code, and then select open project. Now kindly wait till the complete project has been loaded into the NetBeans IDE. Meanwhile, let us attach the database. So just go to the MySQL administrator, log in the MySQL administrator with the credentials of username, root, and click OK. Now in the left side panel you can see the restore option. Just select it and then click open backup file. Now again go to the source code location, where you can find the database folder. Inside the database folder you can find the database of our project. Just select it and then click start restore. So now you can see the message, the restore operation was finished successfully, and click close. So now we can close this MySQL administrator part, because we have successfully attached the database into the project. So coming back to the Apache NetBeans IDE, you can find the project is being loaded successfully. So now let us execute the project. So right click it and then click run. Now kindly wait till it authenticates and transfer to the browser part. So now it asks for the authentication. As I have given admin and admin as username for the password for the Tomcat, I have entered the same and click OK. Now it is transferred to the browser part. So now you can see the home screen, a welcome screen of the project with the project title, certificate authentication system using QR code. So as mentioned, there are three entities, that is admin, verifier and students. So here admin and verifier, both the entities have single login, and students have multiple login where student able to register themselves by clicking the registration page. So first thing, let me show you with the admin part. So just open admin. Now to log into the admin, the username and password are both. So copy this admin and paste it. So this is a username is admin and password is admin. So A is capital letter and click submit. So now you can see the login is success. So once the login is success, it will be navigated to the admin home page. This is the admin home page where you can find the details of add details. So here the admin can add the details of the college name and logo, student approval. So here you can see the student information. There is no any information because first time we are running the project. So there is no any student information or student approval, all or empty, certificate request empty, all request or empty. So everything is empty right now. So first thing is like, let me add the college details. So now let me, for example, I will name the college name as Pondicherry University. So you can name according to your college name, whichever you wanted. And second thing is like, you need to upload the college logo, which should be lesser size, that is within 500 KB, smaller logo size, so it matches the certificate format. So I have downloaded Pondicherry University logo. So this is the logo and I'll click submit. So now you can see the college name is updated successfully message. So you can update any college name whichever you wanted here. And now I have added the college details. Now let me log out. Now I'm going to the student registration. So if you click students part, it will be navigated to the sign in to the part. So as I don't have any student register login details, I am registering. So let me go to the registration part. So it will be navigated to the student registration part. So you need to fill the details. So here it asks for the roll number. So let me enter the roll number as CS01 and select the year, first year, second year or third year. Let me select final year and select the department. Let me select CSE and choose the photo. Here you can choose what your photo here to upload. So this also make sure that you are giving lesser size photo so that it not throws any error. So I'll give a sample photo here and I'll give my name as Jayaprakash R and I'll give the email ID as jp@gmail.com and phone number, and I'll give address as Pondicherry and I'll give password as JP and then click register. So now you can see the registration success message and click OK. So now it will be navigated to the student login page where you can sign in to continue. So I have registered successfully. So what I am going to do, I am going to give the email ID and the password which I use for the registration and click submit. But here you can see the message, your account is not yet approved, please try again later. So even if you are registered successfully, the student cannot be able to log in into the system because the admin should verify the student and approve it. This is to avoid unnecessary or intruders into the system, to make the system secure. So let me go to the admin part and log in into the admin. So now if you go to the student approval part, so earlier you can see that the table was empty. Now you can see the student information is updated with the detail that I have given, that is CS1 Jayaprakash our Gmail ID, and you can see status is no, which means that this student is not yet approved. So you can see the registration date and time, which time the student has registered. So here admin has the option of approving or rejecting the user. So once if they approve it only, the student can able to log into the system. If they reject it, they cannot able to log into the system. So this time I'll approve this student. So let me click approve. So you can see student enrollment approved and click OK. So now if you go to the student details part, so here you can see the student is student details which is approved. So now you can see the student is status has been updated to active, and here you can see the registration date and time. Another option is like last login. So whenever the student log in into the system, the login date and time is being recorded. So still the student has not logged into the system, so it is showing no. So now let me log out and go to the student part, login part. So now let me give the same email ID and the password which I have given during the registration. Click submit. Now you can see the login is success because the admin has approved the student. So it will be navigated to the student home page, and this is the student home page where student has the option of certificate request status, and what is the request, what all the requests he has made, everything is been updated in the all request part. So first let me go to the certificate request part. So this time once if you click the certificate request, you can see this roll number, department, year, all the things are being automatically updated because this is given by the student. So no need to enter those details, everything is updated from the database. And here you need to select only which type of certificate he wanted bona fide certificate or transfer certificate or course completion certificate. So let me select course completion certificate and then click request. So now you can see the request is sent and click OK. So now if the student goes to the request status, here you can see what are all the requests he has sent. It's showing here. So currently he has sent one request, and here the request type is course completed certificate, and here you can see the status is no. Yes, this means that admin has not yet given the certificate yet. So the status is updated as no. So even if admin has not given the certificate, if the student tries to download, let me click download, and now you can see the request is not approved. So it updates like that. And here you can see the status, all the requests, what all the certificate requests is made, you can see all the status of it. So now let me log out. Now let me go to the admin part again. So now I am going to go to the after login into the admin, go to the certificate request part. So here you can see what are all the approvals, certificate of request which is made by the students is waiting for the approvals. You can see there is only one request approval waiting for the approval, which is made by the student Jayaprakash. So and here you can see the action, that is the admin can able to approve it or reject it. So based on the detail that is given, they can able to do it. So now this time I'll approve this certificate request, and here you can see the status is made to approve and click OK. So now if you go to all requests in the admin part, you can see what are all the requests made by the students is being shown here. And let me log out from this part and let me go to the student part now. So now JP student is logging into the system, and let me go to the request status, and now you can see earlier the status was no, now you can see it is approved because admin has approved the certificate request. Now if you click download, you can see the pre-download the certificate which is generated. So here you can see the logo of the Pondicherry University which I have given. So if you are giving your college logo, it will be shown here. So whichever logo you are giving, that will be updated. And here you can see the unique QR code which is generated for this certificate only. And here you can see the course completed certificate, certificate of course completion. This is given to Jayaprakash. This is the certificate as successfully completed the course in CSE. So here you can see the Jayaprakash R name is automatically taken from the database when the student has given their name and the department which is selected. And this certificate that he or she has fulfilled all course requirements and is awarded this certificate. This certificate is automatically generated, and now let me download this. So immediately you can see the desktop file name is automatically taken as CS01, which is the roll number I have given, and course completion certificate is the type I have selected, so accordingly it is given. If you wanted, you can change the name, but I am not going to change that one, and let me save the type as PNG and click save. So now you can see it is downloaded, and let me open that, and here you can see the certificate. You can able to print, or you can able to send in mail or WhatsApp kinds of thing. And now if you go to all request part of the student, you can see the status is updated to approved. So now what I'm going to do is, like, when we go for the verification of the certificate, so now I'll just update the certificate into my WhatsApp, so that let me show you in the verification part. So let me update this certificate. So now let me log out from this part. So now I'll go to the important part, that is the verifier. So now click this verifier menu. So in the verifier login, as I said, this is only single entity, so just use the default username and password as verifier, and verifier V is capital letter, and click submit. And now you can see the login is success for the verifier, and it will be navigated to the verifier home page. And here, before clicking this verify certificate, make sure that you are connected with your web camera, or your camera in your laptop is working. So in case if it is not working, you cannot able to verify that one using your web camera. So first thing is, like, connect your web camera. So now I have connected my web camera. So now let me click verify certificate. So now you can see the show the QR code to the camera for verification. Kindly wait. Now you can see my image. So my web camera is turned on. So you can see my image. Now let me open the QR code which I have given the WhatsApp. So now when you are showing the QR code using your mobile in the web camera, make sure that there is no any glare, or if there is any contrast in the image, it does not scans properly. So make sure that the QR code is clear and there is no any distraction in the web camera. So now let me show, I'm showing the QR code. So immediately you can see the certificate authentication done message, and click OK. So immediately it is navigated to, and it is showing that Jayaprakash R's course completion certificate is valid. And here you can see the student photo, what photo I have given, and roll number, department, final year, Jayaprakash, name, email ID, phone number, address, and everything is being shown here for the verifier. So this may be employer or maybe higher education department who verifies the certificates. So now what I'm going to do, let me go to the verifier home. So now let me show some other QR code. So now what I'm going to do, I'll just open some other QR code. Let me open my GPay QR code. So now let me show you some other QR code and let us check how it works. So let me verify certificate. So now I'm going to show this QR code. So here you can see immediately it says invalid certificate, because this is not the correct QR code which is generated by the system. This is a fake QR code. So now let me log out from this part. Now I will create some other student. Let me go to the registration of the student. Let me create some other student with the roll number IT01, and year as second year, department as IT, and let me select some student photo for this second student. Sorry. and let me name the student as XX, and email ID as xs@gmail.com, phone number and address, and password as XS, and click register. So now you can see the registration is success now, and click OK. Now let me click registration, and now let me create some other student with the roll number MCA01, first year, department as MCA, and let me choose some photo and name it as YY, email ID as yy@gmail.com, phone number, address as Chennai, and password as YY, and click register. So now I have made two new student registrations. So now let me go to the admin. So in the admin, if you go to the student approval part, you can see the two new pending registrations is approved. So what I am going to do, let me approve this XX. So you can see student enrollment is approved, and let me reject this student. So YY is I rejecting. So you can see student enrollment is rejected, and click OK. So now if you go to the student details part, you can see which are the students is approved only, it is updated here. So YY is rejected, so it is not updated, it is not shown here. So now let me log out, and if you go to the login part, so now let me log in with the YY, which is rejected student, and show you. You can see your account is not approved because the admin has rejected it. So now let me log in with the student, second student, that is XX, and let me show you. So now he has logged in successfully. So now let me make a certificate request for this student. Before that, I'll show you with some other college name. So now let me log in with the admin part. So after logged in, I will just modify. This time I will just name the college name as JNTU. So now let me put a logo for this. Earlier I have given a sample, I have given Pondicherry University. This time I will give JNTU and click submit. So this is this, you can see the message, college name is updated. This is to show you that you can use any college name or logo for your purpose. We have made the facility in the user interface part. So now in the student login part, I'll log in with the student second student XX, and now let me go to the certificate request part. Here you can see the certificate request part, the roll number, department, everything is taken automatically. This time I'll select transfer certificate and click request. So you can see the request is sent. Okay. Now second, I'll give same student, I'll give course completion request and click request. So now you can see the request is sent. So now we have made two requests, that is one is transfer certificate, another is course completion. So status is no. So now let me go to the admin part. So log in into the admin part and go to the certificate request part. So here you can see the certificates which are waiting for the approval. Here he is the second year student, so it is asking for the transfer certificate. So now the admin is approving this request, so certificate is generated. So second request, this is a course completion certificate, so the admin is rejecting this. So let me click reject part. So this is to show you that what happens for approve and reject concept only. So if you go to the all request part in the admin, it shows what are all the requests made. So this is the first thing that I have made for the Jay Prakash. This is the second one, XX. So transfer certificate is approved, course completion certificate rejected. So now let me log out from this part and go to the student login part. So here in the student login part, you go to the request status, and here you can see transfer certificate is approved and course completion rejected. So now let me click download for the transfer certificate. So here you can see automatically this time it is changed to the logo which I given JNTU. Earlier it was Pondicherry University, and here you can see the name that I have given and college name which has been updated. It is about the transfer certificate, so it is automatically taken. Let me download this, and this time you can see the file name is IT01 transfer certificate. Click save, and if you go to the request status again, if I click this course completion certificate, you can see the request is not approved. You can see all the requests that is made. So now again, for the verification purpose, I'll just go to my WhatsApp and upload this photo in my WhatsApp to show you for the verification purpose. And now I'll go to the verifier part. I'll just turn on my web camera, and now let me click verify certificate. And now I'll show you the QR code which I have sent, and now you can see immediately it validates and says certificate authentication is done. And now you can see this is XX transfer certificate is valid. So immediately it says that it is a valid certificate and shows the details of the student with a photo, roll number, department, year, name, email, phone number, address and everything. So the verifier can able to verify the authenticity of the certificate. And now let me log out from this part. And in this way the certificates can be generated with the QR code, and verification can be done, and authenticity of the certificate is being maintained through this certificate authentication system. And this is all about the project certificate authentication system using QR code in Java. And thank you for watching.